Hey guys, so we're in the shop today. We're actually videoing with a camera that we normally do our racing footage on. We do our GoPro. We use our GoPro for like pit footage and shop footage, all that stuff. The only thing we use this particular camera for usually is racing footage. But we have noticed that our GoPro has gotten super shaky. We don't know why or what's going on with it. It may be a setting messed up. That GoPro has a mind of its own and does what it wants to. We've only had it for like 2 years maybe, which is a pretty good while to have a camera, but it does weird things. So we're gonna start trying to video with this one. This one's quality is a lot better, first of all. But anyway, we're gonna try it and see. Tell us what you guys think, if you like this camera versus the GoPro or vice versa. But anyway, so what I'm gonna actually sit it up on the tripod for just a second. All right guys, so the tripod thing didn't work out, so scratch that. But anyway, so somebody had a question this past weekend asking if there was two Talladega short tracks because they thought somebody Hunt the Front was at another. No, we were at the same track. We were all racing at the same place. We do not race the same class as Hunt the Front. I know everybody gets that confused and thinks we run with Hunt the Front. We do not. We run limited, they run crate and super. Two completely different classes. So no, we did not run with them. Yes, we did speak to them, but that answers a lot of questions. Everything on our feed this weekend was, did you meet Hunt the Front? Yes, we did. But anyway, to go kind of also, somebody had a question about the Red Farmer race, and they were saying that it looked like our video was published late. Our video was not published late. It was published on time. This past weekend was actually the Red Farmer Tribute race. So completely different than what's coming up, not this weekend, but next, which is like the 15th. The 15th is Red Farmer's 90th birthday bash. Two completely different races, but they just kind of, Red Farmer's a staple of Talladega Short Track and has been for years. He's raced there for years and years, and he still races there to current. He races every week. So they kind of honor him with a couple of races a year, which is great. Honor the people while they're still alive instead of doing memorial races, which memorial races are fantastic as well. But it's nice that those people feel appreciated and know what they kind of mean to the racing community while they are still living. So they decided last minute to throw a race on in 2 weeks with his 90th birthday bash. So we'll be at that one. That one should be our last race. There's the Topless Late Models, or the Topless Series, the Topless Outlaw Series will be at Boyd's the Friday before that race. I think it's the 14th. We are not sure if we're going to run that or not. It's kind of up in the air. We're just kind of dwindling down our season. We don't know right now. Brad said if you were to ask him right now, he had to decide right now, he would not be there. But plans change and we don't know. So I'm not sure if we'll be at that one on the 14th. I know for sure we'll be at the one on Talladega Short Track on the 15th. So I hope that answers a lot of questions there. So today, what we're going to start working on is we're going to start working on tearing the front end apart. We're going to take all the spindles, lowers, uppers, all the tire rods. We're going to take everything apart and see what's going on. We've actually ordered, we talked to Gorsuch Performance yesterday. We talked to Marshall over there. Great people to work with. They always take care of us. But Brad talked to them, and we've got some caliper rebuild kits coming. So we rebuilt one of the calipers, or we didn't, Brad did. He rebuilt one of those calipers toward the beginning of the year, and now we're going to go ahead and rebuild all of them, even the one that he's already rebuilt. We're just going to go ahead and rebuild all those just to make sure that it's not a brake issue. But anyway, we're going to start small, changing all the smaller things, and then go from there. Spindles are not cheap. If you've bought one of those, you know they're not cheap, and they just keep going up and up and up. Already replaced the lower on one side. I can't remember exactly which side it is that we replaced it, but I know we've replaced one of those. So anyway, I don't know. We don't know. We're just going to start going through everything and seeing what's going on. I know several people said something about the rack, and we definitely know that it could be something with a rack. The rack's going off after the off season, or in the off season. So that we're going to get that rebuilt. Brad has noticed a difference with the rack, so he had already planned on that anyway. But we're definitely gonna get that sent off. We just don't have a spare rack to put on it, so we can't send it off just yet. We gotta run that last race and then we'll take it. Stop. Maggie will not leave the camera on. She's into everything. This is a different camera, so she's like, what's going on?
Hey, Mama.
Hey, Maggie.
Hey, Mama.
Would you go away? I know you're pretty and all, but go away. Go play.
No.
Yes. Go play.
No.
You have all these toys and you just want to sit here with me.
Hey.
Hey. Are you,
Daddy?
hey. Are you clingy? I take that as a yes. She's showing you guys her daddy's race car. Oh. 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 Daddy's on the phone outside and she said she's tired of his crap, so she's gonna go ahead and start taking this apart.
Mama.
What?
Dad.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Alright guys, so we got the boxer dog in here somehow. He's usually terrified of the shop. Somehow I coaxed him in here. But anyway, what we're looking at right now is, looks like that seal, or I gotta show you, looks like that seal has been leaking. So it looks like it's probably killed those bearings there. Brad's got the hub over here. He's just checking. He's checking the rotor here, just making sure the rotor's not warped. Ignore our bench, it's a disaster right now.
That's no bueno. No, it ain't time yet. No bueno.
It's a little bit different video with this one. The video with this one, the other one is like, it's got a wider view, maybe, wider field of view. This one doesn't, so I think I'm looking at stuff and I'm not. So I'm sorry. Bear with me. Work with me. We'll get it better. But this is the first time in a while we've used this camera in the shop. But anyway, let's get it back over here to Brad and see what he's doing. What are you doing, just so you know? Oh, you're just labeling it so he knows which hub that one is. We're gonna take it outside and wash it.
What? You don't put a whole new line on it? Have to. You gotta put a return line. When you go back here,
No.
that's why you put it up here.
No.
He said it only comes in a 6 foot, a 10 foot, or a 20 foot. What about this pressure gauge? Is it going to? I need to get a pressure gauge because we're going to have to set the fuel pressure, and that fuel pressure gauge don't work. Probably going to have to order one of them. So this, you're going to have a longer wire too. Wire? You ain't got nothing but... No, then that'll just go into the back of it? The regulator one. What are you going to... Let's see. This is going to go in. Yeah, that'll work. You can put that on there.
Alright, so they were discussing the fuel regulator issue. We'll have to move that to the back of the motor, so hopefully that it quits coming loose. But right now, Brad's taking off the left front hub over here, seeing what's going on. Seeing if it's leaking like the other one was.
That's Daddy. Uh-oh.
Oh, it don't look bad.
See if it go broken. See if it go broken.
Bad thing about that other one is the right front. It's pretty important.
That's the most important bearing on the car.
Yep.
It looks pretty janky.
She's, Dad.
Don't touch it.
She's trying to figure. She said,
Did you break it? Did you break it?
You're filthy.
Break.
Break. Alright, so here's it all apart. What? You want to see yourself? Look. There's yourself. yoga. Moo moo. Moo moo. Alright, so now he's gonna get this one outside in just a second. So I can pressure wash it. He's gonna put all the seals and everything on the car like you did on the other one.
Mama.
What? Oh, you did a good job. Keep going.
Get it.
We got our new body woman here. She's taking care of business. She says Daddy needs to quit bending these quarter panels up.
I'll fix it. I think Peepaw bending up 4 coming back to the pit.
What'd you do? Run all over it?
Well, it slid off the bump.
Just accidentally. Oh, this thing is glaring. Let me clean it up.
What you do is you head.
I'm learning how to choose the right audio apps for you. You want to use to listen to
Ow.
What are you talking about, Siri? Oh, did you hit yourself in the head?
Ow.
Don't hit yourself in the head. Hit Daddy's quarter panel.
How much were them pounds, babe? Did it have a price on them?
Yeah, 25 and 33.
So go to Performance Bodies and see how much. Maggie, what are you doing? Huh?
She's not getting up.
Was you taking a nap? Say nope, I'm taller than this box. Alright guys, so you can see we got the whole front end. All 4 hubs, brakes, everything torn apart. Nothing on the front of the race car right now. Everything's laying right here. We're gonna take everything, clean it all up, get it all checked out. Talk to Travis and Marshall at Gorsuch Performance. They're sending me, or I ordered the kits to rebuild the calipers. You saw me rebuild the left front caliper earlier this year, so we're going to go ahead and eliminate a possible sticking rotor or caliper. Some of the brake pads on the front end had a little bit of uneven wear, so just to eliminate that issue, that's a fairly cheap fix. So I went ahead and ordered the kits to rebuild all 4 calipers, so that's something we're going to do this week. We're going to go ahead and right here you saw all the hubs laying in the ground. We're going to go ahead and clean all these hubs up, repack the wheel bearings, put new seals in them. Going to replace all the heims on the front end, get all that changed out, get everything, all the tie rod ends replaced. Everything feels tight, but it's just, we got it apart, so might as well go ahead and change it out, and it'll be ready for next year, and won't have to worry about it this winter. We don't have but maybe 1, possibly 2 races left. You know, I saw yesterday where the Topless Series is coming to Boyd's next Friday. That was announced yesterday, like I said, so we're not 100% sure on that. We'll just have to see how next week goes and the rest of this week. I know we'll be at Talladega next Saturday night. Not sure about Boyd's for the Topless race. I'd like to, but not 100% sure. We possibly could be at Talladega Saturday night. Not 100% sure there just yet. But if we're not, we'll be watching it on Flow Racing and eating some good food, I'm sure. So either way, I'm good there. Like I said, going to get all this washed up, get everything replaced, get some stuff ordered. Once I get everything ordered, we'll be back down here in the shop. Thanks to everyone who watches our YouTube videos. Thanks to everyone who's joined us over on Patreon. If you hadn't already, make sure you check out our Patreon account. You can sign up over there to help us out a little bit. There's a couple of different levels over there. I think it's $5, $10, $20, depending on whatever you want to go with. Different levels get you different videos and all. When the off season comes up, we're going to start putting more content over there than what we are right this second. Right this second, it's basically just been you guys over on Patreon have just kind of been ahead of the game a little bit, and that's strictly because everything right now is focused on this and getting everything to the track and getting all the racing done. So anyways, during the off season, we'll be able to put a little bit more over there for you. I want to say thanks to everyone who helps us out. Warp Speed Performance Parts, KT Heat and Air, Outer Vision Roofing and Exteriors, Vinson race engines, Hunter, Penske shocks, Brin transmission. Everyone, you know, like I said earlier, talked to Travis and Marshall over there at Stop Tech in Gorsuch. Those guys are great guys to work with and deal with. They really, you know, they take a lot of pride in their work. You know, you call them, you have an issue, they don't just rush you off the phone. They take the time to talk you through things. Have you checked this? Have you checked that? And actually, you know, Marshall brought it up to my attention. The little small heims on the rack down there, you know, I didn't really think about checking those, but you know, that was one thing he mentioned to me to check, and so we checked them. But I mean, they feel fine. So, but I'm gonna take them apart and double check before I say they are fine. So, you know, that right there goes a long ways. I mean, it's just taking pride in your work and being able to talk to your customers and you know, try to help them out and see their product succeed. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out Stop Tech. Make sure you check out all the Gorsuch Performance product lines, that like their fan that we have. I don't know if you can see it. Their Gorsuch fan, the brakes, the bell housing, titanium bell housing studs. You know, that made changing the transmission out at Boyd's the other night a breeze, because we didn't have to fool with getting those long bolts out and getting a wrench in there between the Allen bolts and all that. I mean, you just take 4 nuts off and popped it out and it was ready to go. So they got great products. Check them out. SFP Performance, I mentioned that the other night. You can check him out on Facebook or online. There's a link in the description for all your dry sump, all your dry sump, power steering, radiator hose lines, braided lines, fittings, all that. He's got all that. I think he said he got dry sump tanks and pumps in stock. Said he can save you 30 to 40 pounds on all your braided lines. So check him out, give him a call. And with that being said, we're gonna get home tonight. It's a little chilly. Dallas and Maggie's already, well, Dallas is screaming she's cold. I'm just right, I think it feels great. But we're gonna get home, get a shower, get in bed, and get back at it one day this week. Appreciate you guys watching.